Welcome back to another session of our result management system web application using Django. So the next thing we would want to do is the delete. And in order for us to do that, let's say for our student form here, so we have the create and we have update. The next thing maybe we'll do delete. So maybe I'm just going to add a delete column here and delete. And so if I go back to I'm going to my views folder where the student.html file is. So I'll just come to I'm just going to add delete. Again, I could just leave it like this, and I would add a link called delete. So I'll just say a link, and I'll just say delete info. Maybe that's just what I'll use. By the time I refresh, okay, so I just then if I remove the border, right, it's so, but yeah, I think I should leave the border so you guys can see it visually. Yeah, so refresh. Oh, what did I do? I didn't do something nice. Oh, Control S. Yeah, so this is okay. So I'm going to now add the delete functionality in my views .py for my student application, and you guys can do the rest for result and course if you so want. So in my views, my student views, I'll just duplicate this and say delete student, and I'm going to pass this argument delete. Again, you can add anything, and so it's going to be the same thing, and I'll just change. I'll use the update form as well. The update form, I just say delete underscore student. I would say if request dot method is equal to post, so I want it to take me there. I will now say I don't need to use the if is valid, because what I just want to do is delete, and I'll just say so instead of update student, delete student, say delete student and dot delete, and it does the delete for me. And what do I want it to do? Take me back to my student page. Basically that will be it. Then I go to my URLs, create a delete path. I'll just say delete, and it will be delete student. Just go to delete student, and I'm going to pass here just delete. Save it. Hey, I have to create a views.delete. Let me see. It has no attribute. Oh, I've not saved it. Any apologies. Okay, so I'll just create a folder, file called delete, save it, go to my forms, and we'll just duplicate this guy, paste, right click, rename, delete student. Again, I would advise that you do so. In these forms, you can create a display folder, update folder, create folder, delete folder if you so want. It's important that you actually categorize your directories very clearly so people can actually see and you don't get confused. So the next thing I'm going to do is to now that the form is there, I'll go to my views. What's my context here? So it's delete, and it will be delete student. I don't think I need this else. I think I don't need this else. Oh, Z, save. Oh, now I'm going to go to my view and student. I will add a link here, so it will be my URL tag, and I would say student dot delete, and it will be student.id, student.id, save. Now if I go to my student page, refresh, no error, which is interesting. Let me go to delete, so you can see it has, so the delete works. If I go to 2, you can see it keeps changing, but delete. And so I'm going to add, I'll just customize the delete form so it can display, do you want to delete so person, and if yes, move on. So I noticed that I made a mistake somewhere. If I want to delete, so I've created the delete file, HTML file, which is here, and really doesn't need anything per se. I just say, are you sure you want to delete this student? So let me just go student. Maybe we can say, so this is just a text. I will just say strong to emphasize, and maybe we'll make it so it will be more bold. If I refresh, you can see it's more bold, and we might put emphasis, I think, if I remember correct, emphasis, this italic, if I remember correctly. You can say, are you sure you want to delete this student? Yes, no. If I try to click on delete, it's going to give me an error, and that's because on the form it has no attribute called delete. So the update form I'm actually using has no attribute called delete, which was my mistake. What I was supposed to do is I actually don't need this guy. Again, delete. I literally don't need him. So if request is equal to post, what I need is when I this query, so I can just say delete query, but delete. What do I want? I'll just say, oh no, let me not use delete. Delete student. So it will be the same query for it. When I click on it, it's going to show me, it will direct me to the same place anytime I click on my update form. So let me show you what that means. I'll go back, to student, refresh. So if I want to update, right, let's say Teresa Williams, so you can see update student ID number of 2. Now let's say I want to delete, it takes me to ID number of 2. You understand? So this query, delete query, takes me to that particular ID of the information I want to delete. And so by the time I just made a mistake, many apologies. I actually don't need any form for this. I just any form for this per se from the forms.py. I just need the query, and I'll just say if request is equal to post delete. However, on my delete HTML file, I'll still use the form as well. And so I'll input yes. So I want to say if no, what do they do? So I'll just put a link. If delete is no, if I don't want to delete, what should I do? So I'll just redirect. What I can do is to I'll put the URLs tag here. And where am I redirecting to? I'll just say student. So just go back to the student page. Student. So if I refresh, I go to delete. If I say no, it just goes back. So let's do a create form. Let's say ss1 slash, what do I do here? Let me just, I think it's Michelle. I'll just say Michelle Obama, enter. And so let's say I want to delete, I want to update, I'll just click here. I'll say no, it's not Michelle, it's Barack Obama. So let me just change this also. Barack. And so if I want to delete, I'll just go to delete. Are you sure? No. It takes me, why is it going back to that? It's not supposed to take me there. This is interesting. It's actually not supposed to do. Oh, did I do? Oh, I'm actually putting a submit. Oh, many apologies. I'll just put a no. I can put a button that doesn't do anything. I can actually put a button, but let's see. The button will not do anything per se. Just okay. I'll just put a link. Sorry, it's not supposed to have an input, so to just be no. Okay, so I can actually make input type, but I would not make it a submit. Let me see. Refresh, delete. Okay. No. Okay, so I'm supposed to say I don't know what type of input that would be, or maybe I just put a button. I'll just put a button there that does nothing, like a blank button. Maybe say, I wouldn't say disable, it's not submit, just a button, and I'll just say no. And what happens is when I refresh this, so it will just be no and go. Why is it delete? Oh, I'm not supposed to use a button there. This is, I come up with something, but I think, yeah, refresh, go back, no, it goes back, no, it goes back. Hope I've not deleted anything. Let me do Michelle, Michael, Theodos, same thing. No, it goes back. Yes, it deletes. Yeah, so it works. So I'm not supposed to use I'm not supposed to use an input neither am I supposed to use. So even if it's an input, shouldn't be a submit. With that, we would come to the end of um, the the use of the CRUD functionalities, and the remaining ones is actually to use something like Bootstrap to make your table fine, or you can actually ask ChatGPT to you know create a very nice table. I think I did something like that. Let me show you guys before we end this session. So you could use AI to generate HTML, CSS files for you, and that it's really clean, and it will make your it's going to make your writing your front end pretty easy to do. I just want to show you guys something. Um, yep. So I did this earlier. Okay, so I'll activate my virtual environment. So I was trying to practice earlier, and actually created something like this. So these are just HTML, CSS, and I asked ChatGPT to generate a good template for me, and I think it did. So I did a nav bar, and okay, so yeah, so it did. So I asked it to create a table, make my navbar finer than what it is, and um, style my table, style my navigation bar, and um, it actually did. So although I didn't properly integrate the CSS file as a static file, but you know it's something you can actually do. So the base file has the styling, and that's it. So the base.html has my style tag inside the head, the HTML head tag, and every other thing would help me style. So you can see for the table as well as for the navbar, and so that's what's making my navbar look as cute as what it is. So yeah, so you could ask uh, AI to help you generate, or you could get templates. There are free templates online that you can use. If you do have any questions, do write it on the comment section so I can answer. If you like the video, um, like and subscribe and share with people you think will be interested in this project. And if there is need to do more, you can make, like I said, any comment. Maybe you want me to add, let's say, um, authentication. So I need to be able to log in. I want to be able to I don't want certain people to have certain access to things like that. So just let me know. I would respond to that. Until then, thank you very much. You have a wonderful day. Take care.